Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at frenchiestamps.com in the US. Today it's what they call the endless Bendy card. Check this out here. See at the window, that make it the wow effect for me. And then it folds flat. I adjust the size a bit. It's going to even be less bulky here for the window. I had to have a smidge bigger just because it wrap around. We're going to go through that. And here in the back also. Is that the coolest thing? So with that being said, yes, you can mail this. It's a regular size. So, our regular envelope, it's called the A2. It would be very tight to put it in the envelope. Yes, it will fit, but very bulky. I don't recommend to mail that in a regular envelope, okay? I would put it in a bubble wrap envelope because of the window sheet. Yes, it's going to cost you a little bit more to mail, but I think this is more than a greeting card. It's really a decoration. Check that out. It's kind of a frame two side. I think it would be go nice on a desk, on an easel, wherever. I think this is more than a greeting card. So this paper, that was the texture chic, and the stamp set that coordinate with that, it's chic something, season of chic. So that was all in the same suite. You are amazing beyond measurement. But then this one here, the greeting here, do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. That is the wildflower path. I bought this just for that greeting, really. And then I did watercolor with those flowers. It is beautiful, but I couldn't pass up that greeting. And also, I love the font of the happy birthday and thank you. All the supplies and measurement will be on my blog right below. You get the direct link. Now, so this was the texture sheet for the paper, and this was the same print. The top here and the back here, it's the same print. And to be honest, I like that because you see what the inside, when you look from the top, it flow very easy. For the sun print, I didn't have enough of you need more than a 12 by 12. So you need a 12 by 12, and then it leaves you after the 2-inch strip four, but you need 4.5. So you need about 1.25 of a 12 by 12. So I'm using two strips. I'm using this one, that is this one. And then for the top, I'm using this strip. You want to have about something in the same tone, I think. So like I said, when it bend like this, it look like in the same tone. It's not striking, showing different tone, okay? But again, it's all up to you. So let's go with what you're going to need first. And again, all measurement, it's on my blog. You're going to need 4 quarter sheets. So that measure 5.5 by 4.25. Now you're going to score this at 2 1/8 right in the center. So it's 2 1/8. It's the first line after the two. You're going to score all of them. Then with that, you're going to need 8 of this size here. This is 2 by 5 3/8. So you're going to need 6 of them, 2 by 5 3/8, all the same print. I recommend that. You can mix them though. Then you're going to need 2 of 5 by I get all my measurement here, 5 by 4.5. 5 by 4.5. Now you're going to put the 4.5 at the top. You're going to, oh, I'm sorry, 5. Yeah, it's 4.5. 5 by 4.5. You're going to score half inch on each side. Okay, half inch on each side. And then you're going to take a circle die and cut in the center. You want to score first. And the reason why you want to score first, you want to see about where the center is going to be. Okay. And I'm going to have the size of the circle that I use on my block. Okay. Now, the next thing is all your little bits and pieces to decorate. So that can vary. I'm going to explain as we go assemble the card how I done that. And now for the center, you need a little piece that's it's a bendy part, we're going to call it. It's 1 by 3, and you're going to score half inch on at each end, okay? Half inch at each end. Now let's start to oh, you need one more, and the most important one. It is the window sheet. The window sheet, that's the one that I adjust after I done this one here. And by the way, I'm not sure if I told you, I was inspired by Janet Casey. She shared that on the group page that I got on Facebook. And she was inspired by Sam Calcott from the UK. So again, thank you so much, Janet Casey, for sharing that uh, beautiful bin card with us. Okay, the window sheet. The window sheet measures 5.5 by 5 and 16. What it's 5 and 16? I bet some of you already get your heart start pounding, right? So that's 5 1/4, and it's the first line after 1/4 here. So you want 5.5 by 5 and 5/16. So it's the first little line after 1/4 inch. So let me move that right here. So this is 1/4. So the first little line after that, you need that bits, that extra piece there, because you're going to fold that under on each side. So it have to be a little bit bigger than the front of the card to wrap around. Now, you see how stiff it is? So what you're going to do is score. You're going to score 1/2 inch at each end. I'm just going to do one here. So see, you're going to go like this over and over till you get a good score. Now you're going to take your window sheet and everything that that you score, you're going to have to reinforce it. But this here, you're going to fold it. It's going to be very tight at the beginning. You're going to put it down. One thing that you can do, it's take a piece of a rag or something, put it at the top, and then press down. Or if you do no towel or rag or whatever, then put it that the flap it's facing you, and then pass it this side. And the reason why, it's because you don't want to scratch the front. If you scratch the back, it don't matter because it's going to go cover, okay? Et voila. So you're going to make that super all the way flat, and that is the trick for this bin card to work very lovely with the window sheet. Now after we done that, now okay, we got all piece. Let's start assemble. So all of our piece, the quarter sheet here that we score at 2 and 1/8, we want to put our piece let me find my words, glue our designer series paper there. I like to use the tumble glue because this is a very tight fit. It's just a little border. You want to do that on all 4 pieces. So you're going to glue 8 pieces. And where it bend in, that's the side that you want to put. You don't put it on the out, but in the in. And this is you want to reinforce all those score before you put anything. So the minute you're done doing all your score line, I say reinforce everything so you don't forget. Anytime you do like a 3D project, a box, something that move, the main factor that it's going to work properly, it is that your score need to be reinforced very, very burnish there. Here we go. So you're going to do that on all 4. So with the magic of the camera here, I get 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to take one of them, and now the one that I use, I already cut this. Again, you want to reinforce this, make sure it's very reinforced. And this one, we have to curve it a bit. So take your bone folder, curve this, and then curve this. And that's going to help it. See how it curves easy? Now we're going to take this and glue it over here. Again, you want to keep the same proportion all around. So we're going to go ahead and put the glue on the back flap here, because you have to fold it in, okay? Going to put the glue there. Here we go. Now we're going, and this one, it's got kind of a pattern. Okay, here we go. Going to put that. Oh, I see some glue on the outside there. Let me make sure. Oops. Didn't have that problem earlier. Okay, you want to make sure you don't have no glue, and I see some there. So we're going to wait till that dry, and then I'm going to take my eraser. To be honest, if I wouldn't be in the camera, I would do another piece of that, because I'm afraid that's going to give me some issue here. Okay, we're going to let that dry for now. Now we're going to take the other piece here, and we're going to put that on another one like this. So this one here, I'm going to make sure that I go flat. And again, you want to curve this, and you want to curve this. And that's going to help when you fold your card, okay, if it's already bent. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm just going to put glue on one side. See, we learn with our mistake, right? Okay. About right. Make sure you're straight. I'm going to press this. Now I'm going to lift this. We're going to put the other side. So do one side at a time. I think that's going to be a lot easier. But to be honest, the first card that I didn't have no problem. It's just sometimes you get a little oops, and then you learn from that oops. Here we go. Now see, it's already been perfect. Okay, so that part is done. Now let's go check here. It's not quite dry. That's okay. We're going to work on the other part. So now, oh, not on this. We're going to we're going to go ahead and glue this one over there and then one over there. Not okay. So really, this is going to get folded. This is going to get folded. We're going to glue those two there. So let's flip that around. I'm just doing that reverse here a little bit just because I'm waiting for the other part to dry there. Okay, let's put glue on this. And you want to make sure you put some on the edge because that's where it kind of pull. Okay, you want to make sure that the centerpiece go in the center here, not on the outside, because then you're going to have a really, really fiasco. I'm going to take this, make sure it's equal, press that lovely, make sure at the edge. You know what? I could use baby wipe here. If I get glue like here, I can come and wipe it. Okay, now we're going to go, and this one needs to stay flat there. Now we're going to do the one on this side here. So just check. I'm going to put the glue right here in the back. And it's a lot easier if you put your card stand up to first apply the backing, because then you know they're flush, they're flat, they're good. Like this, you know they are good at the top, the side, the bottom, and then you can go down and press it. Okay, voila. So now it should be that way. See? Okay. Now this is going to be the other part going there. Let's see what we can do. And you see, I don't know if you can see, I get that glue there. That's what I'm going to try to remove. Oops. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I would have to spend a bit of time to with the eraser to go under, and to be honest, it's too much work with this card to just have it get stick together. So I had enough. I cut another piece of this and then the card, the front for the card there. Now what we're going to do one side at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this side here. Oh, I forgot to bend it. That it's okay, that I can do now. That make a difference. Trust me, you want to do that, okay? Okay, now I get that. Now I'm going to fold this. It's about right. Then I can move it a little bit. Here we go, much better. Now I don't have to worry about just one side. Now we're going to lift this up and we're going to put the glue. And then this is going to go down. See, I push one side and then come on the side here. Et voila. Now, see, boom. And it's not sticky. The glue didn't went on the side. I don't have to worry about it. So that is great. Now, the piece of 1x3 that we score at ½ inch on each side, again, you want to reinforce your score at all the time, all the bits and pieces, okay? Now you're going to take your bone folder and curve that also. Here we go. Now, you can, usually I'm not big on finding the center in that, but like I said, this year it's a card I think gets so much work to do, and not only so much work, but it's a card I think that's going to be really kept on the display. So I just marked the center of this, it's 1 inch after it's folded there, and then we're going to come, so then I know where it is. On each side I can go from there, and then I'm just going about top and bottom about the same there. So we're going to go ahead and put this and go in the center here. Then we're going to press this down. So that's going to be to hold the centerpiece. Now, remember I said for the bits and pieces we're going to decorate it. I play with the measurement. I mean, play with the bits and pieces. And what I done here, and this is the stamp set. It go with that paper, really. Well, I think it go. It's not coordinate with that wisteria when not wonder, but wisteria wishes. The fate is about trusting. I thought that's going to be better here. So I got that. That's what I was afraid. I don't want to see the band, so I'm going to put this one here. Okay. And the reason why I wanted to shrink this, it's because when you look at this one, you don't really see how deep it is. So I wanted to give more opening. So that's why I'm like, I'm going to go smaller on those bits and pieces. So with that being said, we're going to glue all layers. Oops, I'm going to take this and we're going to glue that here. I will have all measurement that I use again, okay? The center, it's the same piece, the same size. I kept the center the same size. So you don't have to have circle. You can have square, rectangle, whatever. It's about 2 3/4, 2 5/8, 2 3/4, the circle in the opening. Now, because this is going to get bent, you see how it bent around? Is that cool? You want to have just glue in the center. You don't want to glue the whole thing, because if you glue the whole thing, it will not bend, because this piece is not bending. So you just want in the center here. So for that, what I done, I use glue dots for this. And what I done for the glue dots, I didn't put on the back of that because I'm not sure where it's going to go. And I put three glue dots on my bendy part, right in the center. Well, when I see it's not quite in the center, but close enough, right? Et voila. Now you're going to take your piece you want to put here. You can put anything that you want. You can put any greeting, birthdays, whatever. I just did me more like a decoration. So it's nothing about a greeting, happy birthday, thinking of you, or so on. It's more about something that I would like to put on my wall. Faith, it's about trusting, and then the other one, do not go where the path may lead, that I absolutely love. So now, see, watch this. See, now it been so much easier, and the reason why it been easier, because the circle it's smaller, so it can go much easy than this one here. See, not only because this was going easier. Here we go. Not only that, the banner, but the circle was adding too. So for me, I feel, and see how it's just not quite. So now I adjust the size. Okay, now this here, we're going to use tear and tape. And if you don't have tear and tape for this particular card, for the window, I recommend it. You want something super strong. So we're going to go ahead and put our tear and tape right in the back here. And the other one was smaller. I did the bigger piece here. I think it's going to be easier. So one piece there. And then we're going to come right here. Et voila. Here we go. So now what we're going to do, again, see, the minute you move that window sheet, it wants to keep the shape because it's very stiff, okay? We're going to go ahead, do this one also. And we're going to remove this. And we're going to take our window sheet, make sure that go in the front. We're going to put that right in the back of just one. Never mind the other one there. Go right at each end. Okay, so now you see why I needed a smidge bigger for the front than 4 1/4, because it wrap around the cardstock. It's not much, but enough to make it bow. Anytime you do a bow too, it's like a lid have to be a smidge bigger. That's the same thing. Okay, now you're going to take the other one, remove the tape, and you're going to lift this up, push it down all the way and down. Oh, right now I can tell you how much it feels much better, the window sheet, compared to my first one. It fits snug, it don't push back at you. And see, you can see how flat it become compared to this one. See how bulky it is? So that was just that little tiny line that make a huge difference. See how pretty that is? And I wanted to add, no, I won't add nothing there. We're going to put that in the back. So now we're going to come here, and this going to get glue over here and this over there. And I think it's easier to do this part first, because I had that glue issue, but we're going to make it work. I'm going to put the glue on this part here. And I'm just going to do one side at a time. You know what? No, I'm going to do two side at a time this here. It's going to be easier. And this here, you're going to have to put some pressure. You could always use the tear and tape. It's just, I'm not good about putting it, make sure it's on the right side. You're going to say, this one get print, so it have to go this way here. And now I'm going to come here, slide this in. Oh, it fits so good, so good. Okay. And we're going to hold this in place. So like I said, it's a lot easier if you do this part before you tie the back. But see, it stay right there. Now you need to, oops, if your window sheet, you get whatever, some smidge of glue or something on it, uh, I recommend using rubbing alcohol, some to just wipe it. Doesn't have to be 91%. If you get the 70%, it's perfectly fine. Okay, I want to make sure it's all straight, and it is. And right now, I can tell you this fit so lovely. So just a little adjustment that I did. Um, Fit very lovely. See how flat it fit now? So now in the center for this one here, what we're going to do, so I get the scallop, but before I'm going to put the scallop, see, I had tried the wisteria on the back. I didn't like it. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put this over here. Oops. And you know what? Let me do this here. You don't want to go right at the edge. Maybe I'm too close to the edge, but I can fix that. That's going to be easy fix. Here, voila. So two at the top, one at the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and put our circle here. And this one going to be put with dimensional. So I'm going to look where is, so about three of them. Where is my center? So my center, it's about right here. Going to hold that there and come at the bottom. This is about my center. Come right here and then put the other one. And you cannot put all around. Do you remember? Because it bend in the center. So you have to keep the side loose so it get place to move around. So now we're going to come in the back here and put that right here. Et voila. Okay, this one here, I'm telling you right now, it is fitting perfect. See how pretty that is? I still think I need some, maybe a leaf at the top. What I'm going to do is just come and slide it under here. I will put a leaf, but et voila. So and that would, see, this one would fit very kind of easy in an envelope. Still, it would cost you more than a regular stamp because of the thickness. And to be honest, because of the window sheet and that, I would put it in a bubble envelope just because I think this is something that's going to be kept a long time and so on. So this is it, my friend. I will have all measurement on my blog and also the supplies that I use for both. If you like what you see, give me the thumbs up. And if you need the product that I use, you can shop 24/7 on my site. Thank you so much for all that support me. And again, you can shop with me if you get delivered in the United States. Have a lovely day, my friend. Bye-bye for now.